And because you have a winner taste, 88.5 FM is your only station.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Liberia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Burger come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Burger, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went talking away, talking of thing they did, Magati thing, they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow. All of them almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me.
Oh.
Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Burger benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our brother for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he wants to persecute us. He does going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your part has been good over lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I many seconds there, why y'all did this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Burger send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move.
So Liberia is in trouble.
Correct move.
But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that George Weah is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they don't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero.
In sports?
Zero. Go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your national team $500,000. I promise. Your the
government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot.
If I were president of this country, God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to answer because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for him? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not me.
Connections there, you not get it.
It's not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
What
you
are experiencing in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If the Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right? The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation.
Yeah,
this person cannot
really,
put the nation right.
invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say, even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to answer because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for him? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections there, you not get it.
It's not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. when the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders they need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
President Bouakan's 2025 budget will determine a clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these problems. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the overpower bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Kennedy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the pipeline. That's true. But it was blocked in the pipeline. The President Bouakan's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we'll take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting, then we join inside and vote.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So, you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you start on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hate ourselves.
Liberia is in trouble. But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God.
He acts as a
because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating.
Before any decision
fluctuating.
Take all 5 members of that council have equal vote. That is, if something is discussed on that council and one man say no, it's 0. It's like each member has veto power, even though there's a chairman. Each member has veto power. Our representative on that council has they know who got first in trouble. They know who is capable of doing this. And what you have to do now is to get that change if you've done wrong. Don't be too big to apologize. I tell you what people have said on several occasions. The way that whole game used to be bad, but it's good now. I'm telling you, they say that. I said, but I didn't know for what I did. Also, you to get that now. Okay, it's good now. So, probably get somewhere now.
Anybody can disagree, that's fine. But guess it, if you say yes, tomorrow we're going to vote in Liberia. First round, this government, this party will be out of power in first round. In the middle of the casting of ballot, this government will be out of party. That's how bad it is. And you got some so arrogant people in the government that because they just believe that I will eat my own and go sit down. I will open my small shop and go sit down. If election is held today, this government not going, the government will not even pass the second half to go to second round. In the first round of the election, the government will be done massively. Because everywhere Everywhere is trouble. If today is election day in Liberia, thank God it's not. And I said this, not politics, just a fact. Anybody can disagree, that's fine. But guess it, if you say yes, tomorrow we're going to vote in Liberia. First round, this government, this party will be out of power in first round. In the middle of the casting of ballot, this government will be out of pocket, out of party. That's how bad it is. And you got some so arrogant people in the government that because they just believe that I will eat my own and go sit down. I will open my small shop and go sit down. If election is held today, this government are going, the government will not even pass the second half to go to second round. In the first round of the election, the government will be done massively. Massively. Because everywhere is trouble.
All its storms and trials bind us together as we honor the memory.
If today is election day in Liberia, thank God it's not. And I said this, not politics, just a fact.
Share history. All its storms.
Anybody can disagree, that's fine. But guess it, if you say yes, tomorrow we're going
let us reconvene with the people
in Liberia.
Let
first
us
round,
that our
this government, this party will be all about in first round.
Trials bind us together.
In the middle of the casting of ballot, this government will be out of pocket.
Let us recommit ourselves.
That's how bad it is. And you got some so arrogant people in the government. Because they just believe that I will eat my own and go sit down.
It's so desperate a need.
I will open my small shop
the
and go sit down.
Perfect peace.
If election is held today,
farewell.
Today,
farewell.
This government are going, the government will not even pass the second half to go to second round. In the first round of the election, the government will be done massively. Massively. Because everywhere is trouble. If today is election day in Liberia, thank God it's not. And I said this, not politics, just
evening to all of you, wherever you are. You get on your small radio, and of course in your communities, there you are having your loudspeakers outside, something which I would describe not being too good. But again, what do? We have to really make sure that things work up for the good of our country. Emmanuel Gombe is reporting that a bag of rice is 1,000 Liberian dollars in La Grande-Bassa County. I trust his words. He lives there and understands everything, and that is what it is. That's a concession area, and if a bag of rice around 1,000, and they say what, 1,000? Wow, and the guys are really doing well there. You know why it take 1,000? That means Joseph Boga is really doing well for this country. All right, folks, that's it. I want to say thanks to all of you for the time, and we are right here together on this very diet, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And with God, all things are possible. Hats up to you. I know many of you out there is not easy. Yeah, and times are tough. Things are happening, and we can't give up. This is our country. And we can only wish for the best. And equally, and we can't, in all frankness, I know you might have joking earlier. We can't do anything other than what it is that we have to do to promote the best interest of our country. But if there is nothing absolutely to promote, then it's just to cry out so that people will be able to understand what we are going through at the moment. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no. and it's issues involving personalities. So it's quite interesting. You know, sometimes people will come up and then tell you exactly what it is, especially about things that happen in the country. But this time, you don't have to be told. You don't have to be told what's happening in your country because you're already aware. Yeah. So let me say welcome to all of you, and welcome to the program. The courage we have mustered in this country, only your prayers have been our backbones. It's not easy. You know what it takes to come up on a daily basis in the wake of all these attacks, all these threats, and with God, all things are possible, all the targeting that they are doing, and we are still moving on. And it is just God. And sometimes, and most times, and always, I just look at it and say that's God. When I hear people talking, I say it just has to be God. And there's nothing I can do about it. It has to be God. Because Liberia, I don't know. We are in a state of lawlessness. And terrible things are happening nowadays in this country. But one thing God had always assured us that all the terrible things could never be meted at us. He has his own way of protecting his own, especially those he has a specific mission given to perform. So we are grateful for everything. What I'm hearing, you know, there are things that I hear that it get hard to talk sometimes. Because when you talk it, it looks so bad to the extent that the only reason I will not talk it for is bad, but it is bad. But I just think, in as much as it will not affect you greatly, I will leave it like that. Yeah. And so I think with God, all things are possible. And with God, anything can happen. God is at work. So let me say what's up to all of you. You know, these are challenging times. And I'm going to show you people that we are working together for the good of our country. There are still good men in the country. Even in this wicked government, there are still good men. There are people with good hearts who are in this country. And there are a lot of changes taking place, and which points to, most of the changes point to backwardness. Girls, children. In fact, girls, women. I don't want to say girls, women. Girls, children, girls, women. Let me put it that way, girls, women. Because when I say girls, children, what they call girls, women. You want to hear that one again? Oh, you hear that one? You have a girls, women, yeah? They get girls, children, eh? And they get girls, women, eh? Then they get girls, men, eh? Allah. All right, so young people who may have woken up and said today, the country is at a stage now where I can no longer allow me and my parents for them to shoulder my responsibility. I'm above 18. And I will now go to try my best, at least to send something back home to mama. So that we all now on the same roof here and there. They decided to go their separate ways to make life. Young guys who woke up and look at it and say, Mama, but we can be here together. Let me just go and rent a place. Let me be there. At least the little I will get, I will send it back home. So you can take care of, yeah, my other siblings don't want it now. At least I'm man enough now. Let me start trying on my own. And all the windows of opportunities, they hope they saw, for which they decided to leave their parents' homes, or decided to now leave and say they're going to live on their own. all the hopes are dashed. Today, most of them are returning home to their parents. They cannot afford the rent anymore. Things are tough. All they thought they were moving ahead. Because why? They saw that there was a brighter future. Oh no, we are administration. You go around and come back. You get money. You don't have to work. You will get money. Oh no, we as administration. You don't have to work. You will get something to do. People, because there are people who are working, who are trying to share with those people who didn't have anything doing. We'll go around, we share with them. Or when people come and cry on us, that why you see most of you when you calling me like that, you just talking to me, you just hitting my head. Because the idea is there's no time anymore. Like at Freedom FM where we used to be, and then when people call that they cry on us. We'll call some other man and say, my man, you're sitting down now, president, we are getting your job. The very people who for that president we are before you get your job, they put them sick. They want this. You got to help them. And because they have respect for us, they could get the other person and help them. Who said the other person looking for scholarship? I don't want it for myself. That's why you see most of the government officials under the CDC, our relationship with them was not for ourselves. But of course, we're telling them that we are here talking, and the people struggling, they come in with their problems. You got to help them. You guys are the ones working. So for some of us, we are not working, but the idea we are advocating. So you got to do this. And that is what we're doing. So there were times that people, they thought that they were moving ahead. Yeah, they were not turning back. Today, shameless, they got to just swallow their pride and then go back to their man and say, Mama, I thought I could make it. There's a girl that I used to know who was renting a place. And she told me today that she has to move somewhere far because she cannot afford the rent anymore. I say, wow. And there's a girl who left from here and went as far as Lofa County to go and vote for Joseph Yuman. All along, I stopped talking to her. I thought life has really improved for her. But again, I don't have to blame nothing on them. Yeah, because I feel pity. I feel pity. Look, I feel so bad for them until I don't like to hear their stories. These are people who left their parents. In fact, they have some of their siblings even living with them. Some of their late parents say, Mama, the way they want it, yeah, the other one can live with me. I will be looking for school fees to be paid. I can manage what they want. Today, they are packing some of these children and sending them back to Mama and Papa and say, yo, just manage them there until things can improve. Because I must say I have to move with one of my friends. So we are living together now because no way to pay rent. People's lives going backward. The forward movement of their lives, everything, they are going backward now. And that is bad. Very, 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 very bad. You see that? So that's what the country is. Except you have other stories to tell about this country, how the condition of the country is at the moment. But that is what the country is like now. I'm not just saying our papa. That age. We knew it. It was going to play a key role in this governance. We knew it. We knew that it was going to catch up with him. We knew it. But you people, out of jealousy, envy, hatred, all the things you're putting into sound decision making until that poto decision you're going to make. Today, the rain falling on you, because they say when the rain falling and so poto the rain can be making. Yeah? When the rain falling like that, when there's a muddy place, when the rain falls, what happens to that place? So there is a muddy government. There is a muddy government. The muddy government, what they call it? Now the rain falling. What are you doing? So poto. That poto government there now because the rain just falling on the mud. So mud. You know when rain touches the muddy area, you can just see it. So poto. So poto. You see that poto government there. Okay, so now we got to step in the mud. We'll be passing, so you get ready, you pound this side. You get ready, you slip on this side. You get ready, you go on this side. You're just slipping all over the place. That's how we look in the poto government. That's how we look like now. Nothing is happening. Even the guys who are in government, some of them who are working sound government before they know that nothing sound going on now. Look at the Facebook. So bad news. If you look at Liberia, Liberia is a bad news country now as we speak all over. There is the only country that I've seen that bad news has taken over the country, not created by opposition. Now, there is a difference. Not created by opposition or lack in time past. Let me remind you, play your cash giveaway. Because that's the only thing I can tell you all of the time. And I always do the draws, though I can be reluctant to do it. But again, I just have to do it. Yeah. So star 799 star 24 hash is 4,000 we're going to give up tonight. And I always want to increase the chances of the number of persons who will be waiting. Like last night, before I could leave, I did a couple of draws and was able to affect about 6 persons. And I want that number to increase, but it depends on how we play. So I want that number to increase. That's what I normally do. I even call one person last night. Yeah. Because sometimes the reason I don't like to what they call, because now we do the draws, so the money goes to you. So the money is already there. What I call you, the money is already there. Yeah. So that's what it is. But again, let's continue. Keep playing your cash giveaway. Star 799 star 24 hash. You could be a lucky person tonight, a blessed person. I want to call it that way too. So that you get your money. So on these occasions, that is our country. That is what we are faced with now. Times apart. Terrible things are happening by the day. So bad news. Everywhere you turn, bad news. You go on this side, bad news. If they're not stealing, bad news. They're not corruption, bad news. Everything else happening on the larger scales now in this country. So bad news everywhere. And you can't fight it. You can't stop the newspapers from reporting the bad news when it's happening. That's why I told you, only sound people can work on PR. If journalists want to really what to call, it will be difficult. Because if you are doing a sound and responsible government job and so forth, it will be difficult. And this time, let me repeat this, it's not being created by the opposition. Unaware, they created it. They killed people. They look for fake pictures, put it out. People shot themselves in the legs because they wanted to make we are government to look awkward. Today, CDC is hands-free. They don't get any role to play in what's happening in this country. But the bad things are just happening. And every bad thing they created and perfected or effected by themselves are all falling on them with no, it's just free flow of bad news. Free, it just to say, God said there's a calamity of bad news. It's just falling down. No one is looking for it. That's why you don't wish people evil. It's very bad. Because when a bad thing is ready to happen, those people you wishing evil, they are not the one that are going to wish it, but it's just going to be it's just going to fall on you. It's just going to fall on you. Never wish anybody evil. I have learned, look, learn this lesson today. Never wish anybody, and don't play your role. Don't play any role in anybody's downfall. If they're supposed to fall, let them fall by themselves. And it shouldn't be because you have a part to play in it. Look at what's happening in our country today. Everything that's happening to these people in this country. What is CDC doing? CDC not even wake up here to do any protest, nothing. But see the numbers of the numerous protests. And you know, some of the protests then coming from the very people that they made to protest. They made it at that time for no reason. They made those people to protest against the CDC. The University of Liberia, you see, most of their soup children and so forth, their leadership, some of them in Unity Party government, but they forget to know that their friends they left behind are still there. And those friends, their conditions have not changed. And if those students in soup at the time that they are sincere revolutionaries, and they saw it that indeed the very things they were fighting for are not being done, because the reason sometimes you want to leave the advocacy role and enter a place of maybe active engagement into playing a more pivotal role in executing all deliverables is to see that all these things we're advocating for, the opportunity has come now for us to do it. Now, if it is not happening, you don't have to forget your root, because that is where you were. And those things were funny, but you check most of them now, they say Juicy or waiting camera, I know for free poor or waiting, those students. They are all employed now, their friends are staying in the streets, and of course, people tear gas in them on a daily basis. And do you know that this government is the soup government? Because most of their officials, most of these government officials, they are from soup. So we are not expected for soup to even be doing these things here and there, no. But the young guys are still up, because whatever they fought for, whatever they wanted, whatever they chased Samuel toward them for, they are not seeing it. And this government thought by picking few of those guys from there, it will settle the problem. No. The MCSS students today, the police brutality continues. The police continues their onslaught on these children who are protesting simply because government could not intervene and gave them ears. Today, I was just coming on the radio when I heard a friend saying that how do you call it? The education minister said that opposition using the children. And I said, look at that one here. You know, some of these people, then they come from America. I don't know whether she's from America or whatever. They come here, they don't feel the pinch of these children. You know what it takes to have a whole education system, and you have volunteer teachers who are teaching in the classroom because government does not want to pay. And because government is not attractive in terms of salaries, most of the teachers, the volunteer ones, are there. The children are not going to school. But your children in private schools, they are going to school. You are paying those school fees. And they are paying those private school teachers. So your children, their education, it goes on unhindered. Because the plebeians, like Jeremiah Kuhn said, the common people children, the commoners children, who are they? They have to pack. Once our children go to school, and of course we have money to send our children to better schools, it's okay with us. We don't have to listen to them. The common people children. That's what Jeremiah Kuhn said. I'm not the one. If you can look at George Weah and say that the commoners children in there, that's where they are. That's where they learn from. And some of us, we came from the commoners background. We entered the commoners schools. We attended the commoners schools. And we know what it takes to come from the commoners background. The children were out there today. You grab them, you beat them. You wound them. In some instances, it was reported the live bullets were shot at them. You see the wounds on their heads. Police was brutal against those children today. What's going on? CDC down there. CDC didn't make anything. This government should own its own calamity that it has brought upon herself. And you see, people may not know what we are fighting for. It's not for us to go there and sit at the table and be eating. They will think that all is well. The day I get opportunity to work in government and I know that all now well, that table will look sour for me. Because you know what? You can't go sit and you act like the country is well. Like my brother Cooper pass away can't talk about Liberia is rising. Liberia is okay now. We Cooper pass away. Posterity will judge you. Because you think you get a job now. So Liberia is okay. Granted, that's good for you. But people like us, the records are there. That in fact you know about it. The other human being who call it and say what kind of brigade or whatever, but they know about it, they know our stance. CDC was here when the people were not satisfied, the masses were not satisfied. We were still here advocating for them, calling names and naming and shaming people. We did that consistently because we believe that they were not satisfied. Things were not okay. And that's the only support we could give to Weah. That's who we are. To tell him that these are the people around you, these are the people that are doing this, they have to do this. And some of them, because they cared about their names, they decided to improve. Unlike Joseph Walker and his group that care less about whatever happens. Look at how the children were beaten today. But you know the good thing about it? It is God. Sometimes it's sad, but of course, I just like to remind these people when these bad things are happening. Prior to the 2023 runoff elections, President Weah had gone at the CDC headquarters and he delivered a speech there. I would look for all of those things there from my files at Freedom FM, where he was talking about where the CDC to win as of 2024 from, because now kindergarten is very expensive. That one you can't do that. From first grade all the way to 12th grade, we are set. Because we have successfully done it, with the University of Liberia. It's possible. We are successfully done it with paying the wax fees. It is possible. So the next level we are going to now, that was Weah's dream, and he never lies. That's the whole thing about Weah. There's nothing Weah ever told you that was a lie. Everything Weah initiated, Weah started paying wax fees for students at the time CDC was staying in opposition. When Weah became president, he made it work. Weah did not promise University of Liberia students that you are going to have free tuition all over, but when they started their protest over the thing, he said, "Look, free tuition will happen and it will work." He don't care about where Samuel told them will take the money from. They must look for it because he has said it, and he can try that one. He asked them question: "Can we not do this?" They will do it. We have said that I sat on Freedom FM. I said all the volunteer teachers, because we was saying the only thing we could do, because he and Twain, they already sat down and the economy of the country, they have already assessed it and said, look, if we can go into this election and come from there, there is one now that are possible. So they look at that and then they tell Weah says these things are possible, right? Say, yeah, we can make it work. So Weah announced it at the CDC headquarters and said that there will be no volunteer teachers. He's going to transition all of them from volunteer to full employment. Because what he was trying to do is that we can have these people volunteering. Then we are saying children should go to school free. Now, they will say, you don't get money to pay us. Now, what the volunteer teachers who have been thinking. So he said, for us to make for children to go to school free, we must make sure we pay these teachers and they should have statuses. So that was Weah's rationale. He said that. He said it. He said, we can say people will go to school free. Then the workers that there, they don't have any status. They will undermine our policy. So what we'll do, that was why we are announced at that time that all volunteer teachers, we're going to transition and there will be no longer volunteer teachers in private school, in public schools. We have said that. We said that. We told you, you sat down there. You said all sort of things. Today, the same volunteer teachers are leaving the classrooms because this reckless government, this insensitive government has chosen to ignore the plight of these people. Sometimes it's not that they ignore it or whatever it is, but they don't have any ability to solve these problems. How can they solve it? When they have a president who has over 25 advisors employed. President Bwaka get advisor on health affairs in the mansion, advisor on sleeping affairs in the mansion, advisor on going in the barroom affairs in the mansion, advisor, all these nonsense offices, and think that all of them get fat salaries. All under Joseph Boakai. These things are happening right there. How will they pay these volunteer teachers when they have all these advisors around the president? The man who has experienced enough for 42 years, you people said, but he has to get all the advisors around him to making the law that somebody sound. Stay. Nothing sound coming from the mansion. They get advisor that somebody advisor them were telling you, say, just drink water, shake hand, you go. I want to advisor there. Because that, you know, people may not understand some of these things, right? All these people, you think where the money will come from? There were offices that we are left unattended because he believed by putting human being there, you got to look for money to give them. So what we did was, there are areas I will not appoint people. Why are we appointing people in these other areas? Let's leave it. The money that's supposed to go to that place, it better we hire people, put them on supplementary payroll. Every evening, at least they get something. Every morning, they get small thing. They be able to do that. That is very good for them. That is what we'll be able to do. So we are reserved most of these things. We did not have all the advisors. The man we are saying, Jack came from football field, came, whatever it is. How many advisors we had around him? The man who get all the advisors, what the country is today, and the we are who never had all the advisors around him. Where did he take our country? What are other people they're doing? Why are we in this condition? Why you brought yourself at this level? Are you not ashamed of yourself that you got to make this kind of choice? No. Everybody can make wrong choices. And of course, you can't blame people for that because there are points when people will disappoint people. So sometimes I don't blame people for the choices they make because it's out of expectation. You can make those choices. But again, you got to be signed in making those such choices. But here we are. You get all these advisors right down there. All of them are there. Every time they are there, what thing they doing there? Nothing. So you can sack some of these people. Look at all Papa like that. He's supposed to be wearing pampers himself. Then they get advisors on putting pampers on government officials and all. They are there. They're the ones you tell when the government officials you come to wear pampers. These are things that are happening now. Advisor on pampers buying affairs. All those kind of things. When do we go buy pampers? Could we be discussing these kind of things at the governance level, at that level, the executive mansion? Eh? The other one got to tell the president they want. The other one got to tell the president. The president is just surrounded by advisors. That's terrible. What kind of behavior that they are in this country? Why y'all reduce our country to this? When we're talking anything, you're saying you're talking, you know, you're just kind of people who just passing around all over the place. If I say I able the job at King's FM, I told President we are. I said, Mr. President, just leave it, I'll be able to do it. Then I tell President we are saying, Mr. President, I want for you to please for us to employ about 3, 4, 5 advisors then so that they can help me. President, we are saying, but then what do you really going down there for now? Because if you say more employ all of the people, we don't get the active way to do no. They are only just around you to put idea inside your head. Because what the advisors are there for to put idea inside your head. So they just there to put your idea inside your head. So while they pumping Joseph Boaka with medicine inside him, they pumping idea inside him, the wrong one going in, the right one coming in. Everybody pumping into them. They get ready. Matera, how do you call her? Madera Cooper. She's the advisor on loving to people may affairs down there. So Joseph Boaka himself must have some relationship with dealing with some extra affairs. So she the one will advise and know how to sneak and snatch people man. And those are the kind of things that you see. These are the kind of things that you see around our government nowadays. Nothing sound will come up. Sometimes when you go, some of these sound ministers, then when they go around the president, they see they put them who's sitting down there, they got to meet before they go meet the president. They can say, but what is really going on in this country? So what if Mandela Cooper will advise President President Boaka about now? It's not about snatching man business. Mr. President, to snatch people successfully, for you to be a successful snatcher, man snatcher, or woman snatcher, because it's snatching a man and going to woman. To be a successful woman snatcher, you got to all these kind of things. Look, let me tell you something. Look, this country is an interesting country. We will pay respect to our leaders who accord of due respect and care about us. Any leader who comes up to make us to appear or see us as if we are nobody, that leader will face the wrath of us by the clear mandate of the Almighty God. That leader will face it. Can't you see that this country is not normal? Former President Ellen Johnson said this, when the leader of the country is sick, then the country is not well. When we said that thing again, I played that thing on Freedom FM again, I said, this is Ellen's statement. Ellen said, when the leadership in the country is sick, then I mean the entire country is sick. You didn't know that one? They said when the head of the household dies, the house becomes an empty shell. So equally, when the head of the household is sick, the house becomes sick. Some of you know your parents who are the breadwinner, the day they are sick, you know you can be eating dry rice. Because the man who's supposed to go out to get food before he comes home, and then your papa ball, the person is sick. School fees can be paid, and so forth, start struggling. So as a result, you got to start begging. That's how it is. What is happening in this country? And people may not understand these things, right? Terrible things are happening in this country. Just last night, I was on a guy, Stephen Bro, whom they collected from Broville. Collected in a football game. White pickup went there with armed men. Grab, scare away the people. Grab it in fast mode. They were finna going because they never wanted to be seen or identified. The NSA people went there, they collected that man and carried him to NSA headquarters. The families went from place to place looking for that man. Went to police. Police said, we don't know the whereabouts that man. When police are going to be giving account or telling the family, say, we'll try to join you. Any information you have about, they say, we don't know about the man. They went to NSA, no way. But guess what? Just this morning, after we had the man families on the radio last night, this morning the guy calls me from the police headquarters and said they carry him there this morning. After torturing him, they forced him. Listen to him. I had a conversation with him. Oh no, Joseph Boakai. Now the kind of country you're looking at. Where are the church pastors? Where are those fake human beings that call themselves pastors? These are a bunch of greedy human beings who just suppressing members in this country, collecting money for them, eating it, and then they just suppressing members. They call themselves church pastors. Where are they? Where are those people? I'm looking for y'all. You bring your head in outside. You bring your mouths and thinking that, look, God told us in the last days there will be false prophets, and by their fruits we shall know them. Your fruit, that your bed, that works shop in the country. Now, so if you didn't know you already, you are fake prophets. You are fake pastors in this country. Where are you people? All the terrible things that happen in this country. What are you saying about it? You see how you're fake and door. You see, people then like you will not go anywhere. And that's why God sent people like us to really expose your attitudes. These are a bunch of greedy people. Hungry, greedy pastors calling themselves pastors. They're passing all over the place. God is exposing you by the day. Because when you make a decision and then you go and lie and deceive your members and say God says, so says the law, then you go see yourself in trouble. Then you can say that you call yourself pastor. Fake Imam and like Imam Ali crying and with your greedy God self passing around. Who you praying to? I know who you fasting to for the fasting period. To God. Look, you are fasting to the devil. Because person like you're not worth it for this country. You're suffering. Look. These are a bunch of people that who call themselves leaders that are suffering us in this country. Our people are suffering every day. Our people are suffering. No improvement in their lives because of their own selfishness and greed that they have used over the years to exploit Christendom, to exploit Islamic and our religion. That's what they've been doing. Where are you people in this country? You bring your head in also. You think we can get your respect here for what? You deserve it? Now your ordinary member that will be sitting there and talk about what. Let me tell you something. When God reveals to me that a man of God is not sound enough, I would never sit on your gabble. I would never sit on you because you know what? God revealed to redeem. God reveals to me that you men of God, you're not correct. Then I must still be taking you out with daddy or working on D. You're not nothing D. You are useless D. And I will tell you that one clearly. You know, people like you don't deserve to be in this country. That's why this country had always been like this, because you never have people like us to tell the truth in your faces. That when you go wrong, we'll bring you out to the spotlight. That's why you're doing these things. That is why you people doing these things. And somehow we're not scared. Let me tell you, y'all gotta know it. Let me tell you, look, there is what happened, right? There is a young man. Listen to this thing here. You pious, the other pastor then. You listen to this thing. I don't get point where, let me tell you, people say that, you know, somehow they not go to church on your. Now you'll be going to church every time. The pastor, a web, they are just suffering. They can't. Then you must get anything. What kind of behavior in that? Right? Can be talking here. Blah blah all the kind of things. Yeah. You will not. You see, the reason there is I didn't come. I came here to preach a message. So I mean, that I must to central this morning. Stop exploiting them. Oh, you do central now. Listen to this young man. Yeah. There is him sitting down here, and I think I did it. Hello. And yeah. Audio is there, so you. I'm suffering. I want to arrest the speaker of it. Bro. Yeah. Okay, bro. Yeah, I think you didn't get to the speaker. So what? I mean, I'm to central this morning. Oh, you do central now? Yeah. I mean, I'm hungry. I mean, telling that if I'm a lawyer for, I mean, yeah, if I'm a lawyer for me, I'm on a stretch. But did they take any statement or pressure you into any statement or something? Come here. Huh? Huh? Did they pressure you into any statement or something? No. They asked me to say witness. They were forcing me yesterday from out of so I decided to make myself free after then, so I was saying anything of that. So you get free by saying something different? Huh? You decided to make yourself free by saying something different? Yeah.
Because I want some attention. The question coming from so, question coming from so, question coming from so, question coming from so. So they want to use it on me and send the money. Send the money. I put my money. And yeah, my family said they don't know my whereabouts.
Wow.
Somebody just blessed me and just send me your number. And somebody's phone are using it. The person was in the same prison, but the person was going to go out.
So you in a prison at Central at the morning they carry you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me contact somebody. All right.
Okay, so this guy is having a conversation with me this morning and tells me that somebody told him to call me, and then of course just alert, and of course I should be able to call Speaker Kofa to inform him about his ordeal. And the guy said he said things about Kofa because the pressures were too much. They torture him again, like they did to other people. Like they did to Susie, like they did to Tom, like they are still torturing people on what basis? He said they want to make me state witness, or there's a state witness like that. Then the man is dead now. You have tortured that man like that. The man is still standing there, and the man is now saying that he wants Kofa to give him. There's a man whom they forced to make statement against Kofa, but you're saying that Kofa should help him to get lawyer to sign for him because he's not willing to continue that lie that the pressure. He said, I just needed to say it to get free. They took him hungry. They carry him. He is a central. Just late this evening, just about 25 minutes ago, I called family members. They say he's staying in chief investigator office. They carry him since this morning. Since this morning, they carry him there. After Saturday, they capture him, carry him to NSA torture detention center. They torture him there good because we caused noise last night on the radio. They jump with him and turn him over to the police. They are enabler. These are people who helping them to do all the terrible things. So NSA grab, torture, turn over to police to add that they are going through the right procedure. When the mayor stay in the chief investigator's office, I don't know who that chief investigator is, and the mayor stay there even up to now. He stay there investigating what? What kind of country is this? They grab the young man. They torture him good. And he had to place a call to me to state that. This is terrible for our country, people. Let me play again so that you get it finally. And then we transition to something else. Yeah, I will get it again and I'll play again and then you get it. Yeah, so that we transition to something else. Right? So let's
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm suffering. I want to arrest the speaker of it. Even bro.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Yeah, I think you didn't get to the speaker.
So where you?
I mean, I'm to Central this morning.
Oh, you do Central now?
Yeah. I mean, I'm hungry. I mean, telling that if I'm a lawyer for, I mean, yeah, they found lawyer for me. I'm very, I'm on a stretch.
But did they take any statement or pressure you into any statement or something?
Come here.
Huh?
Huh?
Did they pressure you into any statement or something?
Yo, they asked me to say witness. They were forcing me yesterday from out of so I decided to make myself free after then, so I will say anything of that.
So you made yourself free by saying something different?
Huh?
You decided to make yourself free by saying something different?
Yeah. Because I want some attention. The question coming from so, question coming from so, question coming from so, question coming from so. So they want to use it on me and send the money. I put my money. And yeah, my family said they don't know my whereabouts.
Okay.
Wow.
Somebody just blessed me and just send me your number. And somebody's phone are using it. The person was in the same prison, but the person was going to go out.
So you in a prison at Central at the morning they carry you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me contact somebody. All right.
Yeah, I'll pick you.
So that's right?
I'll pick you.
That's the story. So they kind of man now. What are you going to get from out of him? This one. These are people that are tearing this country apart. And we sit here all day and thinking that something right is happening. But thank God, the bad news on a daily basis that continue to unfold in this country is too much. State securities are now visiting homes and snatching people away, kidnapping them and carrying them. Most of them, they will kill you. Nothing can come out of it. So you got to be checking for your relatives if you can't find them now. Because a broad day at a football field or pickup will just go there, rally, bundle out people and say they're carrying them. And some of us, where we sit in this country, it is just by the grace of God. Because I understand most of you fears. Because this government has gone the extras. To the extent that you know that people like us can be killed anytime. I know your fears. I understand it well. But there's this thing in me that I don't even, connect that fear. I don't know. I don't know. There's something that does not connect it. I don't know. Because I just think I'm not doing anything wrong. I just think that I'm not doing anything wrong. And there is nothing personal I have against anybody. I just get problem against people doing things against God's people. That's all. And the moment you change yourself and you put yourself in a proper perspective, you'll be my friend. I got no issues. So I just don't have that fear because, like it's often said that I fear nothing but just to do wrong. So at least when I'm doing wrong, then I will fear. I say, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, and then I will get a little fear inside me. But what is the wrong that I'm doing? You're hurting this country. And the country does not belong to you. The Unity Party is just a minute portion of Liberians who have vested interest in this country. We got a country of over 6 or 5 million. Over 200 million people or 2 million people went to election to go have interest. That kind of people them can and then just ruin the whole country for the rest of the 3 million people in this country. How can we do that? Because the number of persons that will show up for election is fewer. That number is fewer than the number of persons who stay out of election and don't participate. But equally, what you do at that election is going to have bearings on them. It is for the sake of those people. The millions who say no, for us, we will not participate in politics. We leave it with them. But whatever they will do, we think that they will have to consider that we too also exist in this country. You just can't say that. One Unity Party just woke up, and then you see one minister gets ready. He said, I will do that 1 year. I don't care about how people feel about it. You hear a president opens his mouth as though he's not a sound person. And I tell you, I don't care what you're doing, the country will do. I said, why will you be talking like that, Mr. President? I don't care what you do. You have to care what people think. You got to care about people who good you're doing for them. What more about doing bad? You got to care. For you to say I care less, I feel. So I come at this station, then I have meeting with people. I say I don't care what you do. We'll change the station here. You know what? You know what I'm trying to do? I'm building up strong resistance again. Look, I will make people to resist me if I make such a statement. Because even for people to do your own good for you, they got to pet you into it in instances. Because you know what? You got to win other people on your side to effect that change that you want to see happen. In the end, let them see that you are doing it for their own good. But where is Joseph Boakai? He's doing nothing for anybody here. Their whole government. Because Stanton talking there 1 year. I can hear most of my Omar and be calling me, hey, and now you say, oh, Stanton. I said, but Omar, let me tell you something. Maybe some of you are not believing us. Maybe you're not really believing us that way. But for Stanton to be crying today, you think that's something that surprises me? Oh, you think that's something that surprises me for Stanton to be crying? Stanton does not have integrity. They were all doing it as a result of hate. You tell Stanton never knew that Joseph Boakai was not somebody who was competent enough to run this country. And because of selfish interest, that's why most of them supported Joseph Boakai. Because of personal hate against we are and selfish interest. That's why they supported Joseph Boakai. They wanted to prove a point. We'll make sure that George will leave power. Joe, we are feeling the power now. What to go? What next? Like you say, you must ask yourself that question. What next? Now your hate, right? What your hatred that you did? Yes, what to go? Are you benefiting from it? No. What the essence? You just start crying. You just think I get time for those people? All upon a week can see that you come on the call noise here and there. You tell you say I get time for them. Come on, we are consistent. Anybody that get the one cause, all they go, all they count down, they do all the cause, but they will never see anything against us. But you say, oh, if you are inconsistent, you are like, he used to cause me out, he not cause me out, this time what they call, bring it on. I'm challenging you. I have been challenging you people since. I say, you bring one video because I started doing political commentary in 2014. Right? That was when I started doing political commentary on radio when I replaced Mamadi Gakede the late on TBS. That was when I started, and I told you our pages are still up. The True Breakfast Show, the press one was up, the watch one stay up, and the Real TV / Truth FM page is still there. It is there. You don't go for those videos, they are there. You don't go for Costa and Una, you don't go for Stanton and Una, you don't go for all. Why you can bring AB Una? I show you where to go for it. It's not there. Because you know what? We are consistent in what we do. We are not foolish people. We think about the future. Today we are living this future that we thought about years back. That today it will come. We don't want for all to be talking and say, oh, maybe you changed. Oh, I haven't changed. That you people have changed. Your level of thoughts in this country can change your around. You don't even know. I haven't changed. In fact, I have improved. Maybe there's any change you will be talking about is my level of independence that I've built over the years. And I understanding the Liberian society better. So I'm not like understanding it from the layman way, the way it used to be like before. No, I don't understand it like that anymore. I'm now understanding Liberia now from a different perspective, where I now know that most of the people that we used to call leaders that we believe in, they are nobody. God has brought me where he will show me and tell me, say, look, over the land. There is the land. You know, when God told Moses, then Joshua, then told them, say, you come, let me show you the promised land. You see that place? Now the place I come and show, the place I showing you, like the place I come and carry the people. So God will elevate you, then he will show you. You are somebody that he has a mission to fulfill. He said, don't mind the people that you follow. I come and show you where your target is and where you will go. God has brought us to the level that we know who are the men of God in this country, who are the fake imam in this country. You better go blame God, oh, because if God had not brought people like us at this level, we wouldn't have known the fake men of God in this country that we've been calling men of God, or fake women of God that we've been calling women of God, or the fake imam that you're getting in this country that we've been calling imam in this country. If God had not brought us at this level, we wouldn't have seen it. And what we have seen, based on what we see, is how we talk. So that talking there now, it will not be you and myself to be thinking the same way again, because the level you were told with me, I'm no longer at that level now. God has taken me from a level that we all used to see things the same way. So if you say I changed, yes, God has changed my position and elevated me to a place where he has told me to see, not in a place of what God, because I'm satisfied with where God brought me. Whether I get wealth or whatever it is, I don't get problem with it. I don't care about whether I get wealth or whatever. I don't want to know. All I care is relationship with God. Let God continue to show me. Let God continue to give me that courage to say, look, Abi, look further. Go and do this. Go and do this. Don't be scared. Do it. And I'm doing it now. It's working. You see, that's the change there. You and myself now at the same level again. Right? So for you to now get at this level and see that I have not changed, change that your own opposition and come to the place I am and pray to God to bring you to this level and see what I'm seeing. When you see what I see, or what I'm seeing, or if you know what I have seen, you will get to know that that thing if you were talking, yeah, but the guy, you see the same thing I see, because we'll be at the same level. At this level, you people are ready. Look, people will learn these things. We are not here to make people to feel good. That feel good effect, it had affected this country over the period. Yeah. People will sit down and everything you do against leader here and there. You see what happening? The beating are going on in this country now. The flocking going on. The beating students, the beating cyclists, the beating everyone else receiving their flocking. Even the lawmakers. That's why you see the man of God said the poor will suffer, the rich will suffer. The flocking that they are giving to lawmakers, that the rich, that the man of God said, the poor will suffer, the rich will suffer. And what the man of God said, so the flocking that they are even giving to lawmakers, we haven't seen that one before. So they are flocking lawmakers, they're flocking students, they are flocking backriders, they are flocking everybody. So the poor suffer, the rich suffer. Everybody receiving beating under this Joseph Boakai administration. But you see, one thing people like us will do, you know, and people may not understand most of these things that happen in this country. For people like us, we know that we are their targets and they're looking for the slightest opportunity to get at us. We know it. We know it too good. The entire national security system is built, and if you were to check their room, they get Abraham William in there. They say that they want him, we're going for. They want one day we'll get him. Some kind of way. All they're doing now, they have put in their system and everything, and they are just looking towards execution. The only thing they are looking for now, they get a motive. The next thing they are working towards now is the means. Now, okay, they get a means. They get a motive and a means. The only thing that these security people are looking for in this country is the opportunity. The day you hear about protest somewhere, that they say, or they told any of the security people and say, Abraham, we on there. They don't put an put live bullet in their gun. And they added that tear gas, they shooting and shoot me live. You will not believe it. The day you hear it, I was just telling your friend just now. These people, I know them. They are very terrible. The two things they get already, but the last one they're looking for are the opportunity. They get a motive, they get a means. They get a motive and a means already. The only thing they are looking for now, that the opportunity to get at AB. That's all they're looking for now. And God will help me. I will not get in that opportunity. And God will not get in that opportunity. I know them. Whether you go or you come down, these people are wicked and heartless. I know it. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know it. And they beat people today. Yeah, they beat them. But that's God. Keep playing your cash giveaway. God there, God will help you to win. I can always be telling you that in there. God will help you to win. We are certainly getting there. Nimba County people. There's a statement from your senator. Let me play that one and then we'll close. It is a message from your senator. I told you, say Jeremiah couldn't get taught loosely. They may not get 1 cent. So they kind of better. You take paper. Sense. So all those things that I was doing that. So the whole thing about sense, Jeremiah couldn't get 1 cent in approaching issues. I mean, we have sense now. That means he foolish. No, I'm saying foolish. But he get 1 cent in approaching issues. Jeremiah couldn't get taught loosely. Everything that comes from Jeremiah couldn't move. It doesn't make good sense. I don't know why he can be talking like that. They may not know that he's a leader, or people really watching. You're listening to this conversation, and what he said here. There is total vote raking issue. There is it. Total vote raking statement. So that's why it is. And then it said, let's go on. All right. Let me share this one with you. Listen to Jeremiah Kun. Thanks for the guys who are doing everything. This one is from somebody. Sylvester and Sylvester. Yeah. Listen to him. What he's saying here.
The time people are with him at where you are. You ain't want to sit, just for the vote. Any vote other than Koga, you're wasting your vote. Get a vote to Koga in bulk. The man people, I'm appealing to you. Please come to the coup. When I call it down, people, they came to your coup. The big people, the Mandingo people, please support the down Kennedy. Support Koga so that we have a balance in the county.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's the breaking news.
And normally, the president will ask my advice because I come from Nimba. I know the politics. So, as vice president of a country, way up here, I can make plan with any representative. Musa is a brother. He has freedom to say what he wants to say. I have no comment to that. What I'm saying to you that why you are here, and I want to also.
Go by again. Please, can you please play me again? Yeah, let me play you again. This is very good.
Koga can sit out on the international radio and say he can't eat, no, he don't rain the ear. The damn people I'm with him at town we are. You ain't want to sit, just for the vote. Any vote other than Koga, you're wasting your vote. Get a vote to Koga in bulk. The man people, I'm appealing to you. Please come to the coup. When I call it down, people they came to your coup. Coup. The big people, the big people, the Mandingo people. Please support it down Canada. Support Koga so that we have a balance in the country.
Thank you so much. So that's the breaking news.
And there we are. You ain't want to sit, just for the vote. Any vote other than Koga, you're wasting your vote.
All right. This is the part that vote rigging. You see, when we told you that the whole Nimba County election, where you have say, oh yeah, the vote coming from Nimba, you gotta vote for Nimba. And then you see the Etta Brown Lasana with a weak hair and looking like some kind of lady who in being a street for some time. She will wake up. We'll go to Nimba County. We want to go from there. That cheating something there they were on. You hear the vote breaking statement from Kun? Anything, how people will be going into democratic process. And they are not just ordinarily threatening the lives of the people and say, when you do they want, we'll do they want to you. But he attacks the vote. Who is not attacking the people, that the vote he attacking. He said, any vote other than Koga, you wasting your time. Any vote other than Koga, you wait. He attacks the crux of the decision that are going to be made in Nimba County in April. This man talking like this. Any vote other than Koga, you're wasting your time. You listen to him, right? There is the sitting vice president of the Republic of Liberia. Talking about a county. And there is a man who's supposed to be who he is. Now, he looks at the down people. You know, the Gio people he's talking about. Like, if they don't want to see it, yeah, they like it, they spoil their votes. Then he comes to the man of people. So you're appealing to them. But any vote other than Koga, they're wasting their time. Because he has the ballot boxes in his hands. Jeremiah Kun is a big criminal. He's a rogue. He's somebody who would do anything to get control over money. And that's bad for him as a young man. So they are our country where they say, oh yeah, we'll get rich people, we'll get rich people. That the kind of way they can be operating. Jeremiah Kun, everywhere you go, you hear about money business, money business, money business, money business. Money business, Jeremiah Kun, money business, money business, money business. And all those things that went on. He's hearing him. No wonder President Weah released that statement, intimidation. Because Jeremiah Kun believes that he has the magistrates in his pocket. Don't want them that money gobblers. They are building houses from vote raking and so forth. The magistrates, the two magistrates there, that they own a job, they're doing. And this election, Kun is using this election as a litmus test and case study. When you hear him say what he's saying, he understands the politics. I know, Kun, you understand the politics. The same politics that made you to win 2020, I guess, that the same politics you're going to use again. The CDC was supporting that man. None of that man was raking election CDC. They didn't even know about it. The man stole election CDC. They didn't know anything about it. The man is a rogue. The man stole election CDC. In fact, he was telling somebody that 2020, I don't want member set to win. CDC people, they didn't know how to stole that election. Jeremiah Kun was telling somebody that he cheated in a gonglo where in 20, you know, all the people can say that they have to lose it. The people that can be passing around. Our boss man say, you don't want to store the election. But CDC people, they didn't know about it. And what they call CDC people were not cheat. And Jeremiah Kwanzaa, he stole the people election. He stole it against Ida Gonglo. Where when you hear him boastfully saying that indeed I understand the Nimba politics. That's silly. Nimba politics is to issue threats. You know, Jeremiah Kwanzaa thinks that the Nimba politics that he understands is maybe he want to copy, he want to play from the Prince Johnson's playbook. You know, Prince Johnson used to go in a county and threaten the people, say, you know, vote for me or this, that, yeah, and that, blah, blah, blah. But certain time came now when you were losing grip, it began to appeal to them. Now, what Jeremiah Kun does not know, as powerful as Prince Johnson was, the first time Prince Johnson went there, yes, he used threat. You know, I did this, blah, 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 blah. Then the next time Prince Johnson, yeah, okay. So Prince Johnson again, right? So Prince Johnson must have used threats previously. But in 2011, you know, you were running for a starting now, trying to go down, running for president, and so forth. That was an interesting part for him. But and the latter part of Prince Johnson appealed. Even to find a Jeremiah Kuhlman elected, Prince Johnson went practically begging the people of Nimba County. We beg you. If you listen to even Prince Johnson during the 2023 election, he was appealing to people. He even went to some of the officials of government who are working on a WIA administration. There's a guy in Bar. Medical and say, I beg you. The thing you can make people shame. Prince Johnson was more humble towards the latter days of his life. He was humble. But Jeremiah Kun is arrogant. Prince Johnson of all people who used to just be begging. Now, Prince Johnson, as powerful as he was, the latter days of Prince Johnson's life in politics, he was now apologetic towards the people of Nimba County. We're begging you. They think you can be ashamed. I played the recordings on the, but Jeremiah Kun is speaking arrogantly. He doesn't even reach an inch of Prince Johnson, and you listen to him issuing threats. What is he depending on? The magistrates? Oh, okay. Now, your time, the magistrate in that place that all you allow them to prevail. That you go where that you allow the magistrate to do that nonsense to you again. Thank God you know the story already. You allow it, garrison that you will allow those things to happen to magistrates. Look, Liberia is a country. Already we don't have any governance in this country anymore. So the position that I want to call your fight, you do anything that we don't have any governance in this country anymore. There is no governance in this country because the rule of law is broken. So how do you govern in the absence of rule of law? There's no governance in this country anymore. So you don't fight for yourself. Your thing that you're coming to go depend on rule of law and whatever it is. You don't go fight for yourself and what they call you go sit down there. People that will wreck that election and put fear in the Supreme Court come out with something to say we're not giving it. And we y'all watch it. If that is Supreme Court finish with their argument on tomorrow. And let me just educate you on it briefly before we can close. Tomorrow, the Supreme Court is going to entertain arguments. And it's possible that they could come up and say anything there orally and say this constitutes our opinion on this matter. It's possible tomorrow. So I don't want to rule out any ruling for tomorrow. It's just a bit of information that's far before them, and they call the parties to come and argue as to whether or not these claims are made by the other party that is in violation. But the court is not out there to see anything. That the whole thing that how the court operates. So when the court say can't explain the thing, you think they're not reading the newspapers? They are seeing, but the court does not see outside of its court. That's why the court will say until you can carry problem to it. The court will never ever come outside and come look at and say, oh, you slap the man here. You just not slapping the other man. Come to court and can't get no. The court does not see anything out there. What you carry before the court is what the court looks into. Right? So the court is not whatever is not seen out there. When you go, you knock the door of the court will open it, and you say, this is it. You carry your complaint first, then the other party complaint you carry, the court will be able to invite the other person and say, somebody brought your complaint here, can't answer to it. So that's what's happening on tomorrow. Those arguments normally, as per the rules, the laws, and it's left for the court. The court will even come up with this, but it's the political nature of this kind of case. The court will have come up and say, no, we're not going to entertain anything. We'll come up with something, and then we just call these people and just rule on it. They could have done that. But again, they decided to call them on tomorrow so that they can tell them where they are, how it is, who did what. So they're going to ask the question. Fonati said that since we came from here, there was such and so ruling that came up and we said it. You two decided to say you're having session. Is it true? The court is going to ask Because somebody carry a complaint and they come on here, we don't start to say no. Maybe school will say no, that thing we're having an session. We don't even having session. Said that thing we're doing there, whatever it is in session. Maybe you never know. So the court will ask that the people say, since you people came from here, you all decided to be having section, and you purport yourself to be speaker, and you are even acting on that and suspending them. You even took the man from his office, the man office he occupied. You even took him from inside and all. Is it true? Maybe Kun will say, no, but the man said, get it offer to me. The court, so they couldn't see there. Forever, all I know, they're gonna be seeing outside their class here around. The judge second time sit down right here, you'll be fighting right here. The judge sitting out there seeing it, the judge not see it. So you'll go before the judge. If nobody carry the complaint to the court, then the judge sit down Monday morning and say, oh, the last time I saw John Bryan, why you got 14? They didn't bring them out of the court. You, sheriff, please go for them. You had to come to court. So who can we bring complaint to the judge before the judge can be looking at that case? You're not looking at that case. So that's how it is. And we think that is what's going to happen. And we think, but that is what's going to happen on tomorrow. So the arguments are going to come from both parties. They're going to argue it, cross. If the court has some questions to ask as per their applications that were initially made before the court, or as per the answers, because they will be making their presentations first, and with the informant. So we'll be able to hear from them on tomorrow. Yeah, so it's going to be a great day on tomorrow, and we're going to hear from them. It's possible anything could come up on tomorrow. It's also equally possible that they can reserve ruling and they say, look, we'll come up with something on that. Yeah. So we are waiting to hear from the court on tomorrow. So that's it. And so we are certainly getting there. Hey, folks, I will be playing your game. Let's get to the lines into with your caller. We're not going to be wasting our time here this time. So you call your day. 1 minute, you go ahead, you go back, you take your own topic, you go. No, nah. So let's see how it works. But I can assure you that the way I'm looking at things, really cool when I get at you. Oh, yeah. Let's watch it. If the code comes the other way around, really cool when I get it. Let's see. Can we hear you watch it? You could say that. In fact, the man you were seeing go by in Fonati office again. For me, you could see is parking a low from Fonati office. I beg you, yeah. That man will not do it. The thing too shameful to the extent that the degree of shamefulness, it has gone to the level that where you just want to make wrong to be right one time. Now you say, I will just make it wrong to be right one. Have you seen people out of shame making wrong to be right at once? They say, I will just use Rafe now. They want power. I can't give it back now. For you to see that thing happen, I beg you, yeah. We think, yeah, what? They may not get that thing. Me, to see Jeremiah go in the office pie low and put it on his head. And that going also say, I'm going now. Because the post say what they call. Let's watch it. The court will come up and we are waiting. I don't want to be what they call it is, but let's leave it. Tomorrow we'll know. We'll get an insight from the cross and think then we'll get an insight on the but for cool to put low on his head to can't take it from the office. That one will not hold. He will either leave a teenager there and run away from the country because he can't bear it. Kuoke said the kind of power that in a man. Kuoke said if the last thing that will happen to Kun is maybe he will do something bad to himself. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, please. Let's hear from you quickly. Your name.
President Pastor Emmanuel Cooper, I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. You are a light for truth sent in darkness.
Thank you, man of God.
You have made a brilliant analysis, and God's going to bless you, and God's going to protect you. Nobody born of a woman, son of the devil, will harm you. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. As soon as God is protecting me, will surely protect you. As you are exposing the evil of this government, God himself, the Jehovah of the universe, will stand by you. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much, man of God. I appreciate it. All right, so let us get on to this. And this one, hello?
Good evening, baby.
Yeah.
This is one guitar and about the Solar movement.
Yeah.
We can give so much discussion this evening. Eddie, today you see the way Labor National Police, they flock the students. You know, you noticed last week is some mass police that on the street, you know, and running after the motorbike because they don't want to be identified. You think if this police, they are working in the interest of the state, Why they wearing masks on their faces in the day, baby? I saw that when single. I call the policeman attention. I say, they kind of police on the street. How would identify the kind of people among people? Because we are not mafia country. How you bringing the kind of police? They have masks on their faces. And today, what happened to the students? For students to go on the street, and they just raise a concern that people taking that one to pour again. It's unfortunate. It is a President Joseph Nimba putting all this opportunity for like black people. People will be a teacher, they in better life. People are here, they are making so much money about it. They are not protesting for salary. The lawmakers are paying for them for the huge money. The Tomopala, when he passes your one year, the kids say the man who not deal, you know, about every day which the student was treated to be. But God Almighty will show the international community and the law of the country. Leadership is a wisdom from God Almighty. Is that about old age? Is that about experience that you boast for? And God yet somebody who let boasting on something that you not even ever in not under your control. So thank you very much for the discussion. God will continue to protect you. And we all in the evening, all those who have something to say on the media when after where you know where you passing, take it down where AB.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. And let me just try to share with you something very, very quickly as we go on with the rest of the other calls. Here, the guy didn't sell. I don't know whether his families were able to get access to him, but the guy whose number he used to get to me is this guy. And so let me just try to hear what he just shared with me so that you get it.
This is Jabba.
Uh-huh.
I had an unfortunate situation yesterday and I slept at the withholding cell at Central.
What are you giving number to my friend?
I don't want to by all means because he said the only person that will rescue on the speaker or you. So I called one of my speaking the call job which in my community to Barrow, Daniel Barrow. That Barrow gave me your number. And then he called and he wants you gotta rescue him to connect the speaker and other program. You gotta stop me, my man. The man spent almost 5 days to NSA.
So where are you now? Where are you?
I'm currently in rehab opposite Louis Brown. And I'll be to Central tomorrow. Some money again to see the hour again.
Hey man. So you want a case for what?
A case, I'll go there tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. I will deal with people who try to violate my laws here, and I block you. You know, blocking you is the terrible thing that you don't want to do to you.
Yeah. Which is my community, and I'll be to Central tomorrow. Some money again to see the.
Okay. So this human being here does not like him or herself. So I'm going to get you here. So sorry, I'm going to do this to you. Yeah, you look for it, so you get it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think you have any access to me again. Yeah, because you want to bypass, so you bother with your man. So you want a case for what?
A case, I'll go there tomorrow for further understanding. Boy,
okay, thank you so much.
I want you to see how the speaker.
No, I'm doing it already. I'm on the radio now. I'm doing it already.
Okay, please, man. I call you today.
Yeah.
I had to buy it for him.
Okay.
Even if you try to pay yourself, the man is already suffering from cold. He's still on and you die.
All right. Thank you. So I just thought to share. There is a guy who gave me whose contact they use, and bro used to reach us. And he said, bro is in a deplorable state, and whole speaker Kofa or all those connected, they are listening. And so forth. But again, let's get on to the lines. Interact with your colors right here on this die. Keep playing your cat. If you will. Hello? Yeah.
That's easy, Babu.
Let's hear from you quickly, please.
Tomorrow. When children they can people in there, I know the song Bala people can be singing, turning dog, Brahmo Doyon. That will happen tomorrow. The man who force him, who move and who rap all Yama medicine, then we put on here, then we'll be singing behind. So need dog, Brahmo Doyon. So need dog, Brahmo Doyon.
During those days when we used to be PP pass, I want to used to sing those kind of songs behind us.
Yeah, so
Sonida, we are more doyan. Sonida.
Yeah.
Is it
So let Radikova more look for somebody to sanctify the office before he move there. But we move them here by force. Sonida, Brahmo, Doyan. So Gawa will.
All right, thank you, Dad, for your contribution. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller. Yeah, he reminds me during those days. Sonida, yeah. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, hello, it be Mani Ishmael this first time calling.
Yeah, Ishmael.
But I be a long time auditing student in your class for the past 4 years.
Wow, congratulations. Stay you in a pass. Don't worry.
AB and Richard Kun have no power to say he's not leaving. It is Joseph Boaka, the executive, that want to keep him there.
Okay.
From the lay borrowed knowledge I got from you, if the court go on with the ruling, it is the executive that enforces the ruling, right?
Yeah.
And if they do not enforce the ruling, and Joseph, it is Joseph Boaka who is now enforcing the ruling.
You're right.
And I would tell you today, no investor will come to your country to create jobs because there is no rule of law. Nobody going to put the money into a gangster country.
Oh no.
Nobody going to invest their money into it. So our people will continue to suffer. For the students, we are now crazy to say they want free education because these are the things that encourage investors. And human capacity. You have to build human capacity. You have to build infrastructure, which are rules. You have to build and power, electricity. Those are the 3 components we are now using to prepare themselves for investors, but we did not understand it. With all those things, any investors that go to your country are gamblers.
You're right.
You see, you don't have any component to encourage investors. So we are now doing this thing to get a better country. But these people from the old school of governance, the only thing they know how to do is to pay wages, no development.
You're right.
We are opening the people eyes for development. The old people from the old government. Maybe I'm 61 years old.
Wow.
And I follow politics from the university. I went to the university at the age of 22. And these so-called progressive, Kofi Williams, they were lying. And lying to us, say they were talking politics because these progressive lied to them too. You see? So, my man, you're in big trouble. You're in serious trouble.
You're right.
Thank you, brother. I will still be auditing because I can be working when you can't want to.
All right, thank you. No problem. Thank you. All right, thank you, Ishmael, and congratulations. And for being here with us 4 years, thank you. And how are you doing?
Hello, baby.
Yeah, let's hear mama. How's everything?
Yeah. Let's go be with you, my child.
I know.
And always with you. Amy. Liberia won the game. And look at the country looking sad.
You're right. Far observation.
What? No happiness. Liberia won the play, they win those kind of games.
But in fact, the football field said all the 2 games they've played, I live way across. When I'm coming like that, the road can be clear. You know, I'm a football commentator. I know. We used to be rushing on the field quick because they couldn't stop us from entering. Yeah, we used to go ahead. Sometimes when we say we're going to do football game commentary today, we'll go there by 8 o'clock. We sit down there, we're eating there and all. Because before 12, 1, no way for you to even enter from ERWA Junction. But who cares now?
No. Now, we will get over down. There is no president in Israel. Everybody there.
You're right.
Everybody on look at students. Even though they feeling it, because when we are told them they went to GW getting school on the bypass and started talking all kinds of things to President we are. When the people fooled in the election, the CMCSS children, government school children, today, the people they want to hear here, they brutalizing them, they killing them. They're here today. When you came here, you can feel. When you came here, you can feel. Look at Liberia. Let me tell you the whole country things.
I know.
In my those that were tap at my door, my windows. Today, they can rush here to me to come be talking. Hey, man, I beg you. They play and I will fire. Will tire. When till we get on you. When till we get on me. And for nothing. I tell for nothing. Thank you for spending his grand. What I may agree, he agree. That disgraceful lady, that man who say he won't disgrace Equa. He know what Equa did for us in the country when we were dying, hungry. You will run to the people. The people come to you now, they say you want our head. You think you want to reach to Equa and photo shoes? You ain't want, but they won't want you. They won't want more. But I tell you, thank you.
Thank you, mommy. So we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me get on to the next caller. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello, Amy.
Yeah, ma'am. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah. I said, the child said, I can see, yes, I can see.
Okay.
So that any local, any they need to go, I think you need to jump on, they need to go and say again, Gawia. They say Gawia are bad leader, so this and that. Gawia need to get a free scholarship, pay free tuition for them. Then they say, our personal food. So yeah, now they go there. You say the government school are in. Was inside, I forgot to not come and money, they no leave them out on West Point. They school here, no, they're not going to school. All on there, they say now.
Oh, are you your friend? One of the four out there?
Yeah, I mean.
Wow, coming to make it a poor jail. She not know me yet.
Oh, I say, you know, I get my lawyer. You know, for the party, for our party. Oh, we are saying also. No. All of them say they are Haitian and they say like that. They will go to put because they start in and they say they want to go register to pay. And so, your country is channel. All of them, all the Canadians. So they put every hour pay the slave for the ministry, the UN ministry. They put sue when no here, no thing.
They sue all your sue the people. Who sue who?
Now they sue Bangali.
What they sue you for now? Eh? How can they go sue you? I thought you get problem with the people. You go let them sue you. The whole government go sue you. And why you doing, man?
Yeah, my name is Ma Rachel, calling you from Lone Star gas station.
Yeah, Ma Rachel, let me hear from you, please.
Yeah, today and police business that one part my other on it. What they pay for? But you know, for nothing, cover this place. It account on 9.1 degree now.
Say Rachel Kun disgrace.
Mama, Papa, Rachel Kun disgrace so it account on 9.1 degree. So it will not be easy tomorrow. But I'm making music for Rachel Kun. They are really just go against Rachel Kun. I will sing for Rachel Kun to you, man. Their part Joseph brother said he will walk back because we told them this year. They made greedy for power too much. So they made a contractor looking so it's already hard. No way to stay. Yeah, CDC people used to car around when you go to jail. Someone father then you go to the office when after where he is there, he say bread here to United Party. We used to go to there. When we go there, they get our left full money there. We'll be dancing, we'll be coming, but they say that was the Liberian people money. Yeah, now there are people can't even sell fun down with anybody. Can't be careful, hold the court on stage. It will not be easy tomorrow. Rachel Kun that disgrace, he will total his children and always total in the country. Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay. Thanks so much, mommy. Let me get on to the next caller here. Hello, how you doing? We getting there. Hello? Yeah.
They have to go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. You see, Rachel Kuhlman, Spoon said will come out and Rachel Kuhl will be absolute there. It will be mediated. It will be, all the care Spoon use it on him. That it coming now. Rachel Kuhl will be disgraced. It will be absolute there. No, he will be lonely. I mean, what will be all the world? It will be a crowd there. He will walk away. He will be
so you're expecting that something will go against him. You're think the man guy a good legal team. Anything you change tomorrow.
Legal team. Now will be I call it Liverpool. Now walk alone, boy. What they want, it won't walk alone.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Hello, Equator.
Hello, Ebi. Thank you for the recognition. Quita Lawrence, London, Massachusetts.
Yeah, let's hear from you, boss.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the show. I mean, what happened to the police and the students could be averted easily. They could have been stopped.
Yeah.
You remember President Weah when the students stood in front of his convoy, the most powerful person in the country at that time. You can't stop a presidential convoy, but they did it, and what he did, he got down from his car, went to them, called them to his office. That time he was the foreign affairs administrator. They sat there and talked about it, and that was the end. Some other people in the street protesting against the president we are left. But those people don't know conflict resolution. They don't know how to solve problems. The getting violent is the way. So the easiest way that people to solve the problem is to beat up people, send tear gas today, and just made the problem worse today. But again, we thought we were too. Those are the same people who President we were paying their children's school fee, both in the university and government schools. They say free and this and that. They say it was their country money. Our country money is not doing good for us. That they see country money, brother, and who enjoying now. They can see it, our family can see it. But when you talk and say, oh, you acting up, you're not reasonable and this and that. But someone was doing it. We said they're doing bad. Now another person comes, they're not doing it. Then you protesting. Why we really want in the country? Nobody will be confused. And for Rachel Kuhl, I really don't understand. If you sorry to say, but they say Rachel Kuhl teaching the university, like, bro, why not he really put it into the people here, in his students? Because I get funny like that, and you tell even students, why you can really try them, they will look at you and respect you. Because the education that people get can actually be determined or seen from your behavior, your attitude, and the way you carry yourself. You're not showing anything in those three ways. Your behavior not showing anything, your attitude not showing anything, the way you carry yourself, they're not showing anything about your education. They just making the country look funny. When you talk, no, that's okay, me see. When you own government, sir, they say, oh, that's citizen they're talking, man. I see you talking, what they say, that's citizen, man. Tell that citizen and not human being. Even their own government people that voted the government now, completely. But now they're not putting in the category now, they are citizen too. So I saw you talk against the government in citizen. I saw you talk the truth in citizen. That means you're not talking the state. We got long haul and with a 4.5 more years to go. So I really feel sorry for all, but well, that's what we went for.
Quita Lawrence Lonte. Thank you so much, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. All right, let's live with. I just left for us to live with the consequences of the decision we make or others make. We just got to live with it and make the change whenever the time is. And that time is 2029. We can all live with it. And what are you doing?
Yeah, good evening to you, right?
Let's hear from you, please. Your name quickly.
Yeah, you like the brother Sabu Rasta joining you from Point 4 to be specific in Zimbabwe.
All right.
You know, the government lied to us. Today, action to the life by the Liberian National Police, it clearly says that the government is not here for interest.
Okay.
Why am I saying this to the lie? It's time for agriculture. Today, we can see the farm. Around time for road, today, why the road? We can see the road. Today, our women better than moving. The east for education, today, no education. Today, students are protesting because they are not paying their teachers. Is kind of thing.
So the roads again take time now. You know that batan something. You can't just join.
Can you imagine you told the people that you have 40 years experience? Don't you like what them experience what you experience with chapter or brutality or people? Because to what you have experience, you like see us what the experience can lead to damage. Because the people to what you have experience, you are coming with
they had expected they were going to change that they were bringing company today. You got one vertical, but you have just one. I gave my ruling. I don't need Roger standing to tell me that vertical is not a speaker. I told everybody in my house that vertical will be he will be forced to disgrace because the Supreme Court will the Supreme Court will say everything was finished. Thank you for the opportunity, guys.
All right, thanks, boss, for your contribution. We are certainly getting there, and that is it on this guy. All right, hello, how you doing? Hello, this one, hello. How you doing, man? Yeah.
Ebi.
Yeah.
You can say more. Come on, not call you. They go down to go down. They get someone I do it. They can call you. They can call you. The party woman that they can call you. They swear you.
Yeah, boy.
They will be talking.
You say we radio station.
Someone radio station. Getting down can be there.
You know the radio station name, but I leave that one there. And you know the party book costing me that only. You know that one may have to be different from them. Your don't cost.
That it can be in the show. In the class.
Yeah, your leave her. What are that woman causing you? You leave that one. We buy with not yellow can cause. Oh my, your Google people then. You're not letting people change your leave it. Try your thing, won't talk. Let go.
We see, don't call, we see in the show. We see not that woman.
Hey, man. Leave that board there, man. That man, he will never come on the show again because I believe that I don't condone those kind of things there. So for me, you go find to hide. Let go. Come on, lead up on it. I mean, all the things that you're talking, that thing that I already now pass on it. So if you try your thing about your country, oh man, lead the people business.
The one talking my country that I are talking. We see not that woman. We see what talking about say majority of money. It take on the money pay with it.
Yeah, so mama, I beg you, please. Yeah, let's leave that one. I want to elevate something that we didn't discuss on the show. I beg you, mama, hold your phone. Yeah. Yeah. Other thing they want to say, whatever it is, yeah, the street thought then remain a street. When you come on the show, I beg you, mama, the thing that will bring here that substantial, let us discuss. You forget about those street thought then. It will not get your hard time. Look who are street talkers. I'm there to, yeah. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, Eddie. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, this is Edmond Carr, the visually impaired car that giving workers feet to the fire to deliver.
Yeah, Carr, let's hear from you.
Yeah, we empathize with the students, because these are the things that we were talking about during the 2023 election, that whatsoever President Weah has started, law of continual aid, let him complete his second term, so that he will be able to make him, let it be as a law, so that everybody that comes to power, they will not be able to play with it. The man came to power even in the midst of the economic constraint. He started paying white fee. He made sure that all popular universities across the country were free. Now he came to us say, they start around my second term, I'm not going to be consulting from first grade upward. Like the people told you, say, the man lied to you because he won the second term, that what he's saying, all of these things to you. And some of you subscribe to it. Yeah, where we are. Okay? The teachers that came out the last one, they put out a release that they were going to boycott their classes because they are not taking their pay. Okay? So the students, they are feeling the pinch of that because they are not receiving the very or academic dividend that they're supposed to receive. They come out to protest. A responsible government, you send somebody from your office, as President Weah did, so that they can come and you can have a word with them. But to see a police being so brutal, you brutal on everybody, man. Students, see the blood that was draining on the hair of that student. They cannot think when investors see it. Where are you going to see the investor coming in the country? And we are hearing they are saying that even tomorrow they are going to be going other places, even private school, they are not going to allow it to operate. So we don't know how the day will be there tomorrow. So we can hope that the government said they now already caused the damage. Then they call the student, then they call the teacher, and make sure it has a word with them. Okay? And then for this thing about picking up people, it getting serious. Just yesterday we were talking about this thing on the radio. And if the family said they went all over, and the people said they didn't have the gentleman with them. We are surprised to get the news for you today that the guy was taken to the police station soon this morning. What this for? After the last one, you brought an investigator here to investigate the whole fire issue. How come now you say going after for Nati Kofa? You arresting other person, they must testify against Nati Kofa. It's not, you know, you have brought your own investigator in the country. After the investigation, you are not released the report. It's a very fanatic that is calling upon you to put out the report that you got from now your investigator that you brought in the country. You're not doing so, but you still torturing people. No, I don't know where are we. But anyway, they are not going to silence us. Okay? I don't care how they do it. I don't care how they kill. They can kill everybody. They can silence everybody. We will speak up. We will talk. So when they come for us, let them come.
Right.
They are not going to do that to muscle or to keep quiet, not to speak to the issue. No, personally, we are allowed people here to talk. Personally, we are allowed people here to protest. So we are going to protest. We are going to talk. They're not going to silence us.
Right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Edmond. And let me just go flashback. In 2019, that was a year after President Weah got in power. The students similarly took onto the streets. And that is what it is. And in that period, because Abraham Darrell Dillon, in a desperation for senatorial position, he had there to stay. It was October 15, 2029. And of course, flashback, time flies. And of course, posterity has its own way of judging people. So that is it right here. He says, Abraham Darrell Dillon, he says this. I don't know whether he had released similar statement today, but he says this. He said this on October 15, 2019 on his page, on his Facebook page. He says that I vehemently condemn the brutality against our students today. They demonstrated today simply and in their desire to gain an education in preparation of their future. We owe it to them. We must resolve their issues rather than tear gas them. This was a statement released by Reverend Darrell Dillon at that time. At this time, what's happening? I don't know. You could know. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, Abby.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
This is Gertrude J.D. Williams. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
Okay, let's hear from you, Gertrude.
Thank you so much for your time and for all the time by giving us update on things that are happening with the Joseph Boakai and his gang. Abby, there is nothing that will happen strange. The ECOWAS community is watching closely and they are doing everything possible that the Supreme Court can get back to the senses. And this is what will happen. And right now, as we speak, UN is preparing a lot of, points against this government in less than 1 year, 6 months. Things have been doing in this country that is not fine. And for the survey of other predecessors to this present administration, there are a lot that went on that, Liberians that called the people from the diaspora to Liberia to say, if you don't vote Joseph Boakai, I will not send you money, I will not do this, I will not do that. They are all ashamed. We talk to a lot of them, and even just look at the Facebook handle, how many of them you see that discuss issues these days? Nobody, they can discuss this thing. And you know, when they say crewman, they give the child pepper. This is Kofa. I enjoy him, and he get every business and every right because he knows the law. And he stay on his fundamental rights as a lawmaker and a citizen of this country. There is nothing that is going to change in as much as, for me, Dinalo Sa, if you know Dinalo Sa, we were in a student council government at Matelo Nipo, and we had a protest for students, for teachers to take pay before going to class. Guilty of all people who is Gregory Common to be intimidating people. Guilty of all people, he made sure that our plight got to the president chancellor, and then he paid the teachers. So why is it I will reach the term and then it becomes a chaos to our students? We will not sit back as Liberians and see what is happening now, where they have a political junta by rigging this election for us. We will not sit down in 2029 it happened. That's why we stand our stand. Okay. And some of us will not just going to go vote. We will serve as co-watcher for CDC to protect our votes. Thank you, Abby.
Get you. Thank you. We appreciate. And let me get on to this one right here on this die. Hello, how are you doing? Just and I some of my videos, and I frequent winners as well, frequent players as well. Also here, I will try to call some of you up. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Abby. This is Sam. We are usually I'm joining from my Logan residence.
Yeah, Sam. Let's listen to you, please.
Abby, we are not surprised. This country, total mess, Abby. I was just having a conversation with one of my friends who works for the MCSA, he's a teacher.
somebody who used to insult me in the entire family for just fear. He confessed to me today. He was able to tell me that why you did to we are let God forgive him. Because the individual is in authority. During the weird era, the ancestor teacher, we will call them Samuel to even the education minister at the time. But when it's coming to job workers, don't see around. That's a difficulty with him. They are regretting, but to the Supreme Court, maybe you are a lawyer, you may not go the route someone else will go. But I think what we've been in for a couple of months, those judges at the Supreme Court, those justices, they are responsible. Tomorrow, this country, the peace of the country lies in the hands of those justices of the Supreme Court. Anything on the contrary, everybody will feel the pain.
Okay.
Because we are all Liberians.
Okay.
Yes, you get the ruling in order to bring peace in this country. The country is not going to see what the student did. All these speakers are the result of the noise. How will you even suspect 18 members of the house? They have family, they have connection. As to speak, teachers are not in classroom.
And the Negro Town people are gearing up already. And they're just waiting for the Supreme Court ruling.
Every president before I leave, I think the CDC or the opposition need to stand up well.
Okay.
Those who are taking the race, to even defend the opposition, there should be a lawyer set or legal system set, because these guys are desperate.
Okay, thank you so much, Sembo. Thank you so much. And let me get to this, my frequent player. Remember, how are you doing? What's up, Papa? How's everything? There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna call you to confirm whether you got any text message for 1,000 to your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, when did you get it?
Get it around 7 around.
Okay, yeah, 7 like that. Okay, you're right. Thank you so much, my man. We just try to appreciate your effort in playing the cash giveaway. Your name?
Solomon Tulu.
Solomon Tulu. Okay, thank you so much, Sulu, and I appreciate that. And let me go to someone again, and 88 and 7 and 011203 Solomon Davis, and says that. So I will come to your cause, but let me try to make some money for our people, and this is what it is. Yeah, so that we run it up together. This other person, okay. Oh, the person I'm Muslim. Yeah, how are you doing? Sorry, and I disturb you. How you doing? Fine. What's your name? Anthony, please check your phone. You're one of the frequent players and of this cash giveaway. And I think they were able to spot you up and give you back 1,000. And you check your phone to see that?
Yeah, thank you. I received it.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to confirm that as well. And so that when you play, you are not totally loser. They give you back something that you can play with again and then jump this time. And you're not going to be like that. And that's why it is. So we're right here. Let me get on to this one too. 088 and 51 and 0541. All the people that are planning for Richard Kuhn to take a load from the office and go back. Don't not go fire you people. Why you want me to machine by force? What kind of behavior is also? Somebody want to pay. Left his hand to a family and saying already speak on now for the next 5 years. Then you can't sit down, you'll be telling the man, say, "Pay low and go." It's a pack your low and go. Do that. I know, what is this? Pack your low and go. Something like that, man. I think they give me booing somebody. Those days, man, we used to sing these kind of songs. And I pack your low and go. Satan. Oh, yeah, that's Satan. Pack your low and go. Satan. What kind of church song they used to be like that? During those days, quiet songs, they used to be for sale. That is days, they can't be for sale too much. During those days, they say, Satan, pack your low and go. Then you will see, even in the communities, they will take that kind of song there. From the church, they will just go, Satan, pack your low and go. Then somebody, man, and somebody, man, in flower, then you see the children that will jump behind the man to be teasing the other woman. Whoa, Satan, pack your low and go. That kind of thing you're going to see behind ever potent erudite speaker. Satan, pack your low and go. Satan, pack your low and go in Jesus' name. But again, in the end of that song, you're going to put there in Jesus' name. Satan, pack your low and go in Jesus' name. This time, you must say in devil's name. When you're saying the pack and low and go. Hey, this other person misses up. But anyway, they got the number already. So let me come to one. Let me do just one single draws here. And see, say, don't pack your low and go. Pack your low and go in Jesus' name. Eh? That's why it is right here. Oh, God. That's all y'all. That's single. Me and on Kunsa. That's my man. You can do that one to my man. Say, don't pack your low and go. Say, don't pack your low and go. And that kind of pack your low and go son there. It can make people sheep. They let that now. Your family there who waiting for you, they pack your low and go. Ah, God. Folks, that's all the time I have tonight. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant time. Thanks to all of you who played. And say don't pack your low and go. I'm not Sunday leaving. Let's get to the let's go home. Let's go. Time for all to go. Yeah. Goodbye to you too. It's time for us to go. So thanks to all of you for the time until we are back here. Do have a pleasant day.